Hello, welcome to Davita's Stamp and Spot. It's Monday at 7. I actually made it on time tonight. What do you know? Not something I normally accomplish. Usually I'm ready early and then I decide to do a couple things before I go live, and then all of a sudden I look and go, oh, now I'm late. I'm sure none of you ever do that. There we go. Yep, looks like I'm on. Good deal. Hope you're having a good week. A few of you took advantage of the free shipping last week. Thank you for those of you that did that. I know I did. There's always things you can use, and if you can save that 10%, that's always a good thing. So looks like I've got a few people hopping on. Let's see. Hey, Julie, how are you? Thank you for joining tonight. Oh, my face looks shiny tonight. Interesting. Huh? I am going to go ahead and switch over and show you what we're going to work on tonight. And I don't want to forget, I did go ahead and schedule just today cards and conversation. I'm doing them at Bikes, Burgers and Ice Cream here in Bonner. It's a really yummy old-fashioned type hamburger place, and they have a separate room that they'll let us use. So I'm going to do it Tuesday, December 28th. Make sure I got the right date here. Should have brought my calendar with me. Yeah, Tuesday, December 28th. And we're going to do it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I would encourage you to come early, grab a hamburger and some fries. I will provide as part of the class either a scoop of ice cream or a drink if you're not an ice cream person. They have the scooped ice cream and they also have soft serve. So you can purchase a kit, and I've done a video on it, so you can go back and look about the on the kits. I'll have a lot of it on hand, a lot of them on hand, or if you know there's one you really want, let me know and I'll reserve it for you so you can join me. If you don't want to work on a kit and you just want to bring something to work on, I would love to have you come join us. I'm looking forward to some stamp time when I don't have school and I don't have other things going. Tonight, if you place an order, the host code's right here. Please use that if your order's under 150. And you're at Davita's Stampin' Spot, I know right now because you're watching. And it'll be up on YouTube a little bit later this evening. All right, so I'm going to show you these cards. These cards, I got the idea from Stephanie, one of my team members, and it's a fun little stand-up card. So I don't know if you can see that. So if I stand it up, it looks like that. But here's what the front looks like. And I used the Peaceful Cabin set. And then I cut a piece in the back so you could leave a little message. And I just think it's fun because it just sits, it's kind of hard to see. There we go. I guess if you had it sitting upright, it would look like that. So that's one of them. I'm going to show you that that's what we're going to work on. And then I'll show you the other two. Well, really, yeah, we're going to make one of them and then I have one other one to show you. So let me start with our paper, and it's going to look just like this. Okay, so it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. You're going to score it at 2 and 4, and then we're going to put a tick mark at 6th and an 8th. So let me grab my paper trimmer. Doesn't matter which side you start at, just be consistent with it. I'll make sure you guys can see this. All right, make sure you get your cutting blade out of the way. We're going to score it at 2. And then we're going to score it at 4. And then we're going to take this edge and we are going to go over to 6th and an 8th. All right. And with that one, then I'm going to open up my tray and I'm just going to grab a pencil and I'm going to mark right there and right there. Then we're going to turn it this way. And this is 4 1/4. So halfway is 2 and an 8th. So I'm going to bring this down. Make sure I get the 8th mark right. You cover up the solid numbers and you can't see it. Okay, so if you see, I've got it scored at 2 and at 4. So then I've got this section and I've got a pencil mark in the middle here, and I've got 2 marks here. just to make sure. Yep. Okay. So we're going to take the 6th and an 8th, and we want to line it up with that middle mark. Okay. So line it up so that the pencil marks are in the middle of your cutting lane, and you're going to cut across there. And then we're going to go the other way. So we're going to go from the middle tick mark to the 6th and an 8th. Do the same thing. Okay. So it looks like this. And I always just like to see if I did it right. I match up my two triangles and see that they're the same. So then you know you did it right. Okay. Now what you want to do is you're going to get rid of that cutting blade, and we are going to go from the tick mark that you just created, and we're going to go down to the 2-inch line that you started with. All right. So here's my 2-inch that I scored, and then up to that tick mark. And again, we're going to score like this. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So from 2 inches up to the tick mark that's at 6th and an 8th. So how are you guys doing on your Christmas? You guys getting stuff done? I don't know, is now the time? I should admit that I started working on my Christmas cards today. Yeah, so those of you that have already sent me a card and I've received your beautiful card in the mail, I'm just getting started. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but we've got this score line here and here and then across. So what I'm going to do now is burnish those score lines. Grab my bone folder. I go this way. And the 2 goes up. The 4 goes down. And you want those creased really well. If you don't, then it doesn't stand up very well. And then we're going to burnish the 2 diagonal lines. Okay. Let's see that. Makes an X here with kind of a star, I guess. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to push in on the 4-inch one, and that's going to bring it down for your diamond. And you know, I've done this multiple times today, and now this one's being stubborn. All right, here we go. There we go. So if we're gonna, we will eventually glue this down. So you just kind of want to put your finger in this middle spot back here and see if that's lining up okay. I scored that, pushed down on it wrong. Okay, so I grabbed some designer series paper, and it is from the Painted Christmas 12 by 12. I chose this one. This square up here is 3 by 3. So I made this one 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So it'll sit right on there like that. And I took a strip. This one down here we know is 2 inches. So I did 1 3/4, and then I did it by 4 since the I didn't either. I did it by 4 1/4. Let me turn that off real quick. My son called about 15-20 minutes ago, and we were visiting while I was getting ready, and there's my evidence that I wasn't paying quite close enough attention. All right, so I'm going to put this piece down. So this one is 1 3/4 by 4. I'll type up the dimensions of all the papers and put it down below so you have it. You don't have to keep watching the video over and over. All right, so there's that one. Then we're going to take adhesive and we're going to put it on the bottom triangle because we want to glue this section down. And when Stephanie showed me how to make this, I was shocked at how easy this was because I really expected it to be a lot more difficult to create. Isn't that cool? Okay, now I wanted the same pattern because you know me, I'm plain Jane. So I use the same pattern below and up here on top. So this again is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right. There we go. And I didn't want this plain. I got to thinking I could have wrapped some ribbon around there, but this is more, I just wanted to show you the idea of how to make this stand up. I thought this would be an awesome gift for coworkers or somebody that you just need a little something for their desk. And I'm going to cut, I forgot to do this beforehand, just off screen here. I'm cutting a piece of white cardstock that is same size as the designer series paper. It's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to put a piece of white on the back here so that I can leave a little message. Okay. I'm going to grab one of my sets. I really like this one here. This is Christmas to Remember. Friends Like You Make This Season Special. I think that one's fun. I'm going to grab that. One thing I like about this Painted Christmas designer series paper is that it has a lot of different colors in it. I'm using soft sea foam tonight for this, but it's also, it's got Pear Pizzazz in there. It's got Real Red. Let's see, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Evening Evergreen, Garden Green, Pear Pizzazz, Real Red, Soft Sea Foam, and So Succulent. So you've got a wide variety. So if you got this set and you had any of those colors, you would be set because you'd have a lot of different papers. I mean, in one sense, it's nice when you get a paper and it's only got 2 or 3 colors on it, if you have those colors, but sometimes we don't. So I really like it that they used a lot of different greens in this because it made it easier to select papers to go with it if you didn't already have them. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Friends Like You Make This Season Special. You could also put a little piece down in here if you wanted and add a lot more to it. All right, set that aside. Now, I didn't want to leave this with just the designer series paper. So I went to the Word Wishes. Love this set. This is a set of dies, and I before I started tonight, I cut these out and I put the adhesive sheet behind it so that as I pull this off, it's sticky and ready to go. I'm going to put my Mary on here. I'm going to grab my Christmas. One thing you got to watch with some of these is the dot on the eye. So you want to keep watching for that. Now, if you don't have adhesive sheets, and I have to admit, so often I forget to put the adhesive sheet on the back before I cut stuff out. And then I end up with little pieces that I need to adhere. And it's just not really easy to use your liquid glue or whatever. So I'll show you what I end up doing most of the time because I'm not thinking ahead. All right, so I'm going to put my Christmas on here. Oh, I need to poke out my S there. And like I said, you can add a lot of embellishment. You could add some gems. You can add some ribbon. I'm going to actually take the inside of that S. That's going to work for my dot on the eye. Even though there is an eye, there's a dot there. So if you go back and look, you can see my dots right there. I could have popped that out. So there's Merry Christmas. And I'd probably come back in and, I don't know, add some more goodies there. And then we'll add this to the, oh, I almost forgot what I was going to show you. All right. So next week I will be on Christmas break. So I have I'm going to try and have at least 2, possibly more gift card holder ideas for you. Because if you're like I am and your kids get older, gift card holders are the thing you want because they want money so they don't have to return what you guessed that they wanted. And it makes our lives easier. All right, so there you go. Isn't that fun? So it'd stand up on your desk like that. Merry Christmas with that on the back, and you can add a little greeting. And again, you could put something down there. This is just your basic tonight. I apologize. I got home from therapy at 5, physical therapy, and realized I didn't have anything ready for tonight. So once again, you're going to catch me going, oh, hey, this is a great idea. Let me show you. And then you get the opportunity to be more creative with it. So this one here, I used the Peaceful Cabin set. And then I tore just some paper here and brushed it with the Midnight Misty Moonlight paper or ink. And then I put that Friends greeting in the back again. And I wanted to show you, this was Stephanie's idea. Now, isn't this amazing? She did the happy birthday, she cut it out, and then she did some flowers and some leaves and some gems. And the fun thing is that the piece you cut out here or over here, you can trim that down just a little bit and it fits right there. Now, I think I made mine just a little bit too big. Yep. So I would need to trim just a little bit off my sides for that. But with the way she had hers designed, I must have measured just a little bit different. The piece that you cut off would go right there. Isn't that cute? So let me show you what I do. If I've cut something out and I don't have adhesive, what I do is I lay it on one of our craft mats, and I have a sponge that is my glue sponge and my liquid Tombow, and I put some on here. I take this, I lay my image upside down, trying to find something that maybe I can use. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this just because it's here. All right, so we'd lay it upside down. Then you're going to put your little bit of glue here. Dab it here, and then just come around and just add the glue. Now, the neat thing is that the glue will stick to the craft mat if it's on the blank spaces, and then you can just pick this up and go put it down, and you won't have any extra glue there. So that's a great way to glue things down when you forget to put adhesive on the back, like I did my adhesive sheets. All right, so I've told you about Cards and Conversation. January, I will be back up with my clubs and Cards and Conversation, coming up with some other things I'm going to be throwing at you, some fun and new different things I hope that you'll be interested in. Let's see. I think that's all I was going to show you tonight. So let's see if we can lay these here. Thanks to Stephanie for this fun idea. Yeah, there you can kind of see it. I hope you have a wonderful week getting ready for Christmas. I will see you next Monday night at 7 o'clock. And it'll be Create with Me. So one of the gift card holders, I will have you create with me. And then I might show you a couple more just to give you some more ideas. Hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. Thanks for stopping by.